Welcome back to Live Darts, everyone. Here we are. The new season is upon us. The World Championships is all done and dusted. The players have had a break and we all head to Milton Keynes for the first televised tournament of the new season. It is the Ladbrokes Masters. So many questions around the new season. So many players needing a big year, defending a lot of money. We're going to run you through everything you need to know about the Ladbrokes Masters, who we think could win, the ones to watch, the draw, and of course just everything darts here at Live Darts. Since the move to Milton Keynes, Michael van Gerwen has dominated the tournament. He's won 5 in a row, looking for 6. However, he isn't world champion anymore. Peter Wright now has that crown after winning at Ali Pali. Just an unbelievable achievement for Peter Wright, beating Michael in the final as well. So does that mean more to him? Probably it does, because there was so much stigma around Peter Wright when he won the UK Open that he only won it because Michael van Gerwen wasn't there. That's been blown out of the water now. He's a world champion. He's beaten the best player in the world along the way. So Peter Wright, the new world champion. But can he resist temptation? Will he stick with those amazing darts that he found before the Worlds and had made? We all know Peter, he's going to tinker at some point this season. I'm going the second week of the Premier League. We'll see a new set or a revised set of what he had. But plenty on offer, even though this isn't ranked. Top 16 players in the PDC Order of Merit head to Milton Keynes. £200,000 of prize money to play for, with 60k for the winner. Not bad for the first week in January, is it? And then from there, obviously, all eyes head towards the Premier League. But that's another video for another time. Looking at it, can Michael van Gerwen retain this title again? We all know he's changed manufacturer, and he has said he will 100% change darts. So when he walked onto that stage for the first time on Friday night, all eyes will be on what equipment the big green machine is throwing. Right, I can't wait for the Masters. It's always the benchmark for the season. Like we said, people that are in form, the ones that have been putting the work in during this little 3-week break, or the ones that have been off on holiday enjoying themselves. Big years ahead for so many people. First of all, we're going to run you through the ones to watch, and then the ones that have big years ahead, starting here at the Masters. First up, you can't have a one to watch without the world number one, Michael van Gerwen. He's going to have a point to prove, wounded animal. Is he vulnerable at the moment? Yes, probably is a little bit, but he bounces back strong normally from disappointments, and I expect the same here. From there, Peter Wright, the world champion, obviously we're going to have him in there because he's world champ. Simple as that. But that run at Ali Pali did come from a little bit of nowhere. No one really picked him to win the world championships, if we're being honest. The form he was in, but Snakebite found a way and will be a danger here at the Masters. From there, Nathan Aspinall, the young man from Stockport, had a tremendous season, winning 2 TV titles, another semi-final of the Worlds. He is in the same half as Michael van Gerwen, but if there are equipment issues around Michael, this will be the place to beat him before he gets settled with any. So Nathan Aspinall, if you're going to back him before he plays Michael van Gerwen, because if he wins, his price will absolutely plummet. From there, Gary Anderson is on our one to watch. At the Worlds, he went there with no expectations. We didn't know what Gary Anderson was going to perform, how he was going to perform, and I think he played better than a lot of people thought. There were signs that Gary was returning to somewhere near his brilliant best. Not there yet by any means, but there was signs. The question is, how much work has he put in from the Worlds to here? We'll find out soon. No one knows apart from Gary, but fingers crossed he has put the work in, because the Flying Scotsman in full flight is a joy. Then from there, of course, the Iceman, Gerwyn Price. Many believe he's the second best player in the world leading into the Worlds. Peter Wright obviously has that crown now, but Gezi is box office, retained the Grand Slam last year, and expecting big things from the Iceman this year. So there are ones to watch. Flipping the coin, the ones that need big years ahead of them because they're defending a lot on rankings. I know this tournament isn't ranked, so it doesn't affect that, but confidence by winning this and a good run here can set these players up for a great year ahead. First up, Rob Cross. Now this might sound silly being he won 2 TV tournaments last year, including the match play, but I don't think he played well at all last season. Yes, he won those titles, but we expect more from Voltage. We all know he's got a better game than what we saw in times last season. Spoke to him recently. He's been putting the work in the gym. He knows the things he needed to address, and I think we will see a good year from Voltage, but he needs it. Looking forward to see how he comes back from there. We've just touched on Gary Anderson in the ones to watch, and he's also in the ones that need a big year. He's defending an absolute chunk load of money on his ranking, and if he doesn't defend it, he's in big trouble. He might have to go back and qualify for some of these events, which isn't Gary's style. So a lot riding on the shoulders of the Flying Scotsman in 2020. Daryl Gurney needs a big year for me as well. Number 7 in the world rankings at the moment. Didn't win a TV title last year. If you judge on stats what he did last year, you'd say he had an average year. But for Daryl Gurney standards, he didn't. So that's a big compliment to Daryl, that his game is better than what he produced last year. So big year ahead for Daryl Gurney. James Wade, again defending TV money, TV winning money, more importantly as well this year. Left out of the Premier League, haven't seen the best in the machine in 2019. Will 2020 change? Then last up, Michael Smith. Openly admitted he had problems away from darts last year on his social media platforms. Bully Boy, disappointed at the Worlds, but that happens. Everyone's entitled to a bad tournament. I think we will see the best of Michael Smith in 2020. We'll see the form that got him to a World Final, got him to a Match Play Final, got him to a Premier League Final. Expecting big things from Bully Boy, but for confidence, he needs it. Looking at the outright markets for the Ladbrokes Masters, Michael Van Gerwen is the favourite, 11 to 10. Great price for Michael backers, above evens. Doesn't happen very often, so if you're going to back him, now is the time. Peter Wright, 9 to 2, second favourite for the world champion. Next up is Going Price, 13 to 2. I like this each way bet. He's in the bottom half of the draw. 13 to 2 seems a big price for Gezi, so I like that one. Gary Anderson, 14s. 14 to 1. Does that tempt you for the Flying Scotsman? He's better than that, but probably a fair price on reflection. Rob Cross, also 14s. Maybe not for me in this one, but moving forward, Voltage will be a danger. Michael Smith, 16s. Chizzy, 18s. And Nathan Aspinall, 20s. If you're going to backhand Aspinall 20 to 1, do it now, because that price won't be around for long if he gets through to the latter stages of the tournament, because he will have beaten Michael Van Gerwen. On to the schedule of play. First round games are over Friday and Saturday night. Friday night seems Michael Smith takes on Mensur Suljovic. A real intriguing game because both of these players have big years ahead of them. I think Smith gets his man in this one. I think it will be tight, but we're going to go for a Michael Smith win. From there, Nathan Aspinall takes on James Wade. For me, Aspinall gets his man. In terms of levels at the moment, Aspinall is a level above James Wade, in my opinion. Just form-wise says that. So Aspinall win. MVG against Johnny Clayton. I think Michael would have been happy with this pick. New darts, all change. Johnny would have been probably the ideal opponent for him to pick. I think Michael gets his man, and we'll see where he is form, confidence-wise in his equipment. Then last up, Rob Cross taking on Adrian Lewis. Flick the coin up in the air and call it. Really is an absolute 50-50 game. We saw spells of genius from Lewis at the World Championships, then we saw big dips. Rob didn't see enough of him at the World Championships because he lost in his opening round. I'm going to go Rob just, but I say that with no real conviction whatsoever. Then the other half of the draw is on Saturday night. Daryl Gurney takes on Dave Chisnell. Again, a complete 50-50 game. This one, I can't call it, but for some reason in my head, I'm going to go Daryl Gurney's a little bit more consistent, but I can make an argument for both players to win this game. Gary Anderson against Ian White. Real close friends on and off the hockey. Again, a lot depends on what Gary Anderson turns up. Ian White doesn't play his best darts on TV. I know we all go on about it, but you can't argue with the facts. They're there in black and white. I'm going to go Ando to nick this one because I think he has put some work in, but no real conviction again either. Peter Wright against Joe Cullen. On paper, Peter Wright should walk this one. However, we all know Joe has a fabulous performance inside of him. Will it come out at the Masters? Time will tell. But I think Peter Wright just nicks this one. But I think Joe will play well. But I'm going to go for the world champion to edge his way through. Then last up, Going Price taking on Simon Whitlock. These two love a bit of needle on the stage when they play. It's been known. I think Price gets his man in this one. Like we're talking about levels, I think Price is a level above Simon Whitlock right now. And if Price plays well, Price will beat Whitlock. in the comments below, no matter what platform you're watching on, score predictions for all the first round games at the Masters, everyone. We will be there, of course, in Milton Keynes, so we'll be doing up-to-date videos for you round by round, so you can do your score predictions for every round. But first up, drop them in the comments below and see how many you get right. Of course, follow us all live darts platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We'll have all the updates covered for you. Jay, cracking job on all that. We'll have everything covered. Of course, all the stories on the live darts website, which we will link below in here so you don't miss anything. And of course, head over to our YouTube channel for all up-to-date breaking content from the venue. We'll grab the winning players as they come up to do media. We've also got 1 or 2 special ones lined up with some players as well. So Chris Mason will be featuring, so look ahead to the year 2020. And of course, just want to thank you all so kindly for all the great comments and views across the World Championships. Absolutely amazing from me and Jay. Thank you very much. Right, I've waffled enough for one video. We shall see you Friday at the Masters for what should be an unbelievable start to the season.